Hey, what's going on, guys? If you've been following me at all on Instagram, you'd see me posting about the Helix. A friend of mine was nice enough to loan me his so I could try it out. Yes, I do have an HX stomp, but I've really been slacking on figuring the thing out. I haven't really been using it as much as I could have. And because the Helix is in my life right now, I'm gonna make a video about the Helix. Now, being the avid 500x user that I am, I thought a good way to get warmed up with the Helix would be by checking out the legacy effects. These are effects that have been carried over from previous Line 6 products, such as the 500x. So part one of this video is gonna be a discussion on the effects on the 500x versus the legacy effects on the Helix. This morning, I got all my gear laid out, got everything set up, everything plugged in, got all set to record. I made a loop and I recorded a little audio sample going through all the drive pedals on the 500x, and then I did the same thing going through all the legacy drive pedals on the Helix. I threw all those sound samples into Ableton, got them all cut, spliced, lined up so I could have a nice A-B sound to get a really good comparison. And then when I actually listened to them back, my heart sunk because they sound exactly the same. The legacy effects on the Helix are identical to the effects on the 500x, at least for the drive pedals. For example, here's the tube drive on the 500x versus the legacy tube drive on the Helix. And here's the classic distortion on the 500x versus the legacy classic distortion on the Helix. So pretty anticlimactic end to what was supposed to be a really informative video. But I mean, looking back on it, like, what did I expect? I mean, it makes sense that they sound identical. If you want to hear that full comparison, I've uploaded that video to my website and you can follow the link in the description below. And so this brings us to part two of this video. I was going through the manual looking at the different distortion models, and I realized that about 7 of those legacy models have like an updated HX version. Even though these effects have different names, I can see in the manual that these models are based off of the same pedal. So I think it's probably just smarter to take those 7 legacy effects and compare them to their updated HX versions. To do that, I'm gonna record a short loop on my HX stomp. I'm gonna feed that into my 500x. You'll hear the legacy effect, and then immediately after, you're gonna hear the updated HX version of that effect on the Helix, and I'm just gonna repeat that process for the remaining effects. Just a heads up though, because we're demoing drive pedals, I am gonna be adding an amp and cab model after the fact in Ableton by using the Line 6 Helix native plugin. Otherwise, demoing a drive pedal all by itself is gonna sound really harsh. I'm gonna be using the same Marshall Plexi Bright setting for the clean tone that you're gonna hear in just a second for the 500x and the Helix, just to keep everything nice and consistent. I'm gonna get that loop recorded and then we'll jump into it. Huh. Interesting. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and let me know if there's anything else you want to see with the Helix. That's not a Helix. Let me know if you want to see anything else with the Helix, but I only have it for like another week, so you kind of got to tell me like right now so I can get on it. Otherwise, I do have the HX Stomp, and that has all the same sounds as the Helix, so if it's an audio thing, I could probably make it work with the Stomp. Okay guys, if you like the video, then like the video. If you don't like the video, well, you've already watched this far, so maybe deep down inside you do like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.